Coach, you're 25 here at the University of Kansas. You've been coaching soccer for a long time. I'm curious what your philosophy is, or what are some things that in 25 years you say, these are the things that I want my team to be built around, and that's not going to change?
I don't think our style of play has changed in 25 years. In fact, we had a player get inducted into the Hall of Fame a couple of weeks ago. She hadn't been here 9 years, and she came and watched our game, and it was funny. She said, "Coach, team still plays the same way." I don't think our style has changed. We try to possess the ball. We try to play through the lines. I think we've always played that way. We'll always, if I'm the coach here, we'll always play that way. So that would be one thing. And then the other thing I think is just making sure the culture of the group is good, especially when you coach females. If they like each other off the field, you're going to get more out of them on the field. And I think the culture of this group is excellent.
I'll go the exact opposite way on you then. In 25 years, athletes change. You coach multiple generations. How have you adjusted your coaching style to make sure that that culture that you're talking about is good, but making that culture good might look different than it did a long time ago?
Kids now, I mean, they're just different. Every generation is different, right? I mean, the first groups that I coached when I was here, they didn't have cell phones. That changes a lot of things communication-wise. Kids communicate differently now. They can post something on social media and it literally could get millions of hits. They're used to having a voice, so we have to incorporate that into, you know, getting their opinions on things and making sure that they feel like they're being heard and their opinions are being heard before we make final decisions on stuff. So I think that's important. There's more buy-in, I think, if you can do that with this generation.
We have football goes to a bowl game for the first time in a while. The men's basketball program, I don't think I need to even say what they do. And then the women's basketball wins the NIT. Your program, softball, had a step in the right direction last spring. Is this the best that you've seen Kansas athletics? Is that a stretch?
I mean, 2008 when we won the Orange Bowl, we won the national championship in basketball, and the baseball team went to the College World Series that year. I think it's the only year that those three things have happened at any institution. So the group of coaches we have here, the administration, is fantastic. Everybody's concerned about everybody else. Everybody's checking in on you, especially when you're in season. So that's more like a family. It's like a big family atmosphere. So that's and you see them in the hallway all the time, you know. We're offices are right down the hall from each other, so we see each other every day.
You kind of started to answer my next question. I was going to ask how much do you get to interact or pick the brain of a guy like Lance Leipold or Bill Self or Coach Schneider, or whoever that may be, Coach Fitzgerald, and kind of get to, obviously it's different sports, but get to ask them about the things you're talking about, building culture, recruiting.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
You're always, especially in the recruiting space, right? I mean, recruiting's recruiting. Doesn't matter what sport you're in. It's the process is pretty similar, right? So things and ideas that other people have, or things that they're doing that maybe we're not doing, that we've got lots of ideas from other sports in the recruiting space. Most of basketball season is during our off season, like we're not in season during that time. So I'll stop in and watch the women and the men's basketball teams train, just to kind of watch things that the coaches do, how they handle the athletes, that kind of thing. So no, picked up a lot of things over the years from the other coaches that we've had here.
Coach, thanks for your time. We got it on year 25. I'll be back, and we'll be sure to do it again on year 50.
Sounds good. Thanks,
Coach.